meeting. Rashawn A. invited you in. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And I did see I can't hear you, Kavada.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Rashawn. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't get your message just now.
No, that's okay. It's okay. No worries. No worries.
That particular screen just doesn't pop up.
Well, I don't get the viewing link. I only get a presenter's link, so I had no way to get in. That's okay. All right, here we are. Okay. Good. So,
Kavada's still struggling.
Kavada, say something. No, I can't hear you.
You know what that is? The volume on her computer up?
Yeah, check your volume.
Okay, because that's what happened to me last call.
Or you might have to restart your computer. Oh, sorry, Kavada. Okay, well.
The group kind of drops off towards the end of the evening, doesn't it? It's just us.
Okay, well, we'll give it a minute here and give her a chance to get back on here. I don't see anybody else watching, but let's give this a moment.
What is this video?
This is the boot camp call. Certification boot camp. Let's see. All right.
Okay, I hope this works.
Yay!
Hi, everyone. How are you all?
Third time's a charm, Kavada. Third time's a charm.
I'm trying. How are you doing today, Coach Jill?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. What about you, Rashawn?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired today.
I'm so jealous of you right now because you went all the way to San Diego and hung out with Coach Jill and did you learn how to make kombucha tea?
No, we never got around to that. We never got
like that, but I had kefir. What was it? Kefir soda? Something like that?
Yeah, kefir soda. Yeah,
that
water kefir.
Really good. I missed that a little bit.
That's what I would have her do the first minute I get there. I'm like, okay, let's make some kombucha tea right now so I can take that with me.
I know. I need to drag my scobies out and get them activated again because they've been sitting in the fridge. So I need to activate my scobies. So I haven't brewed in a while.
Where do you get them from?
I have a jar in my fridge, like a giant mason jar that's filled with them, and I grew them all. Just from making kombucha. So
pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I could be prompted to share. I have shipped out scobies before.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
You get the SCOBY with the SCOBY's little family tree in the card, and it tells you exactly where the SCOBY came from.
Oh wow!
Then you have to name your SCOBY.
Of course, that's the most appropriate way to handle that. Name it.
I know. So, well, it's just the three of us, ladies. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to touch on?
Yes.
Okay, let's go for it.
So I have 4 clients, which is big for me since it's my first time and I just graduated like literally a month ago today. And each of my clients have their own different challenges. The one that I'm most nervous about is my eldest client. She's busy. She's really busy. And she's the one that I actually talked to you guys about earlier when I was asking about her blood pressure.
Okay.
And mainly because that's usually how excuse me, my blood pressure reads it's around like 100 over 69, 67. So I honestly didn't even think that was a big deal until May said that it was. So, so now I'm not understanding why it's a big deal and how I can assist her. I mean, yeah, we went ahead and replaced her juice with the smoothie, but she's looking for weight loss. And I think that a smoothie has calories, you know? So how do I assist this client?
Okay, good question, good question. Okay, first of all, what's normal blood pressure? And I know this is kind of a loaded question, but usually, you know, for an average adult, normal blood pressure is between anywhere between like 110 to 120 over about between 60 and 80. Just depends on where they're at. It also depends on how active you are. Now, you know, if a client is not very active, they may tend to have a higher blood pressure just from being inactive. So, and that does come. You can also have a higher blood pressure because you're overweight. So when the body's overweight, the heart has to pump harder to circulate the blood, and that causes the blood pressure to be elevated.
Okay.
So can things like stress. Stress will cause that to go up as well. So, and also underlying diseases. You know, you can get somebody who's got diabetes that can have high blood pressure, and it's, you know, anything where obesity is in multiple things going on. So, what's normal, and how do you distinguish what's normal? And for you, your blood pressure may be normal at 100, you know, because you've probably been maintaining that, you know, and that's why one thing why people need to check their blood pressure regularly, especially when they have a history in the family of high blood pressure, things like that. So that's why when you had posted that question, my first question to you was she drinking beet juice?
Well, she said yes, and I told her to minimize the beets because the beets can really just. I mean, they are very wonky in my system. I don't do beets in my juice because of how they react to me, and just based on my own personal experience. Her telling me that I'm feeling lightheaded, and that's usually after my beets, and I'm like, okay, let's take that out for a little bit and see what happens, you know? Because she's overkilling it, in my opinion, doing beets, carrots, and apple together. That's a lot of sugar, in my opinion.
That's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. Is she diabetic?
She's not. Actually, the only thing, hang on, let me get my notes. One moment. The only thing she told me that she had was lupus. She told me that she has lupus. So that was the other thing. You know, because I want to be helpful. You know, and I don't know. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, because
no, that's okay. And this is also why I encourage, and I say this to all the coaches. Please don't ever hesitate to, you know, to message when you're unsure about any of that. I just, you know, that just happens to be my background because I have a background in nursing. So that's use that to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. You know, I'm here to help you. You know, just like May's background is biology, so she's here to help you as well. You know, that's part of the reason why this program is so awesome, because you're not out there struggling on your own trying to figure this out. And that was why when you said that, instantly my first indication was, is she drinking beet juice? Because beets do have a tendency to lower the blood pressure. They do. And that is, and I will I will tell you from my past history, when I did have high blood pressure, that was often kind of a go-to thing for me before I'd go for a doctor's appointment. I would have some beet
She was cheating. Cheating! Oh my goodness!
Don't tell anybody. Anyways, no. It can drop the blood pressure, but you know, beets have good things in the body too, because they're a blood cleaner. They're great for the liver. Excuse me. You know, they do have benefits to the body, but in excess, yeah, that's a problem. And especially because you're saying she's doing what was that? Beets, apple, carrots?
Yeah.
That's a lot of sugar. That is a lot of sugar. So she needs to cut back on those. And I would say until her blood pressure evens out, I would have her stay away from beets altogether.
That's what I told her.
Replace them with something simple, like even just like cucumber or romaine. You know, take that one factor out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Could she be, I mean, if you go from a really poor diet to kind of a really good diet, could there just be a little adjustment period and all of that as far as the body trying to catch up with what's going on in her diet?
And
yes.
And is she anemic?
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Coach Jill. I mean, that's what I was thinking, was that, you know, she went from not necessarily eating, because she based on what she told me, when I called her the first call, she literally talked the whole time, which was exciting for me, because then I didn't have to talk, right? So, because I was already so nervous anyway. She talked the whole time, and in that call, she told me, I don't really like milk, and I don't like sugar. And, well, the only kind of meat that I eat is chicken. And I really like pork, but I don't like beef. And, I mean, she went on and on. And I don't really eat fish. So she told me all these things that she doesn't like. But based on what I gathered from her telling me everything, she doesn't eat badly. I just felt like she didn't eat enough. And she didn't eat enough protein. So my goal was to try to get her to eat more protein, to implement more healthy protein in her body, like beans, and, you know, if she's not allergic, or lentils, or chicken, you know, breast, and things like that. And I think that when she started doing that, I think it just brought her blood pressure. That's what I personally think. I don't think that it was her going in a deficit, that happening because she was doing the juice only, in my opinion.
No. And here's prime example for you. Here's and this will kind of show you how this works when you really clean up your diet. So, what can happen when you really start to clean up and you detox the body and you pull all these toxins out and your body's functioning better? My heart rate always ran up between 70s, 60s, 70s. And then when I started running, and this was before I got injured, when I started running, my heart rate naturally dropped. I really had like a runner's pulse.
Oh.
So I was, 50s, 60s. Well, when I started this whole program, it dropped even more. And so back in 2014, when they took my gallbladder out for the second time, and I was in the hospital, I know.
I think your gallbladder out twice. Okay.
Right. I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, I'll explain that after we stop recording. But anyways, so when I would...
I'm sorry. I'm glad Rashana asked, because I was like, I thought we only have one gallbladder, but hey,
except for Jill.
Anything
Except for Jill. Anyways, so when I would be asleep, what would happen is my heart rate would dip way down. I was fine. I mean, they came in and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" Because I was down in the 30s. I was down in the 30s with resting. And they had done, I had cardiac workup and everything else. Everything was fine. It was just because my body was working so efficiently because I cleaned it up and all of this. This is what was happening. So, the fact that her blood pressure is dropping because she's drinking all this beet juice, that didn't surprise me at all. But the fact that she's getting lightheaded, that's a problem. That is a problem. That means her blood pressure is dropping too low, too fast. Her body has not adjusted. So,
okay.
And I can tell you that with an autoimmune disease, the anemia, if she hasn't been tested for anemia, she sure seems like she's showing signs, because I had all those same symptoms too.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
I encouraged her to go and see her general practitioner. I encouraged her to do that, and I told her that in the meantime, let's remove the beets from the diet. Maybe once a week at the very most, if you really love beets, which I don't know anybody that does, but okay. I don't like beets at all. I just just don't like them. They're red. They stain everything. You know? Like beets. But you know, if she really likes them, then she can definitely eat once a week, and then really try to add more water-based, you know, like greens in her juices. So like, you know, celery and romaine and things like that. What you you know, suggested. Because everyone is asking me. All my clients are like, well, did you follow the recipes? And I mean, I did. I followed some, but I'm a rebel. You know, I did my own thing, and I was fine as long as I followed the main the guidelines. I was okay. You know, and that's just because I have a lot of allergies. I couldn't do a lot of the stuff that's in the menu because I'm allergic. So I had to find other ways. Like I'm allergic to almond milk, so I can't do the chia bowl.
Right.
You know.
Well,
you could use coconut milk.
you could use coconut milk. You could use you're allergic to nuts, so you could do coconut milk.
But it tastes weird. But okay, yeah, I'll try that next time.
So
You don't have to, Kabali.
no.
Well, I found other things that work, you know. But I'm just saying, with me, so I know I'm a unique coach in the sense that I wasn't by the book with my recipes. I did my. Oh, you weren't either, Rashawn? I didn't.
No, I'm very sensitive to a lot of foods as well.
Right. Okay. So you know, so for me, they asked me, "Oh, well, did you try this?" I'm like, "Well, I'm allergic to this, so I didn't really do that." You know,
Well,
this is what I did instead.
Well, and remember, that's the beauty in this program is the fact that it is so customizable. So you are just sharing your wealth of knowledge with your clients because the program is so customizable. There's things that I can't do either, and I will share that with clients. Look, I don't eat this, but you know, this is what you can do. So it's learning to know how to help them make substitutions, even if it's something that you don't do, but be aware of the substitutions that are out there so that you can make suggestions for clients. So I'm on board with you. I can juice beets, but you couldn't pay me to eat a beet, ever. Like, don't laugh at me.
No, I'm not laughing. I understand.
No, Rashawn is laughing at me.
You love beets,
I
Rashawn?
love beets.
Oh my god. Oh, you're just like right there with May with her egg white. Oh, really?